Ready to rumble. We are live. Woohoo! Hello, wonderfuls.
Hello.
Aha.
Hello.
And Scott, what is your character's name? Is it the AI? AL?
So his name is well, I had it like just earlier.
I have a name, and it's a good name too.
And it's a good one.
It is a really long name. That's why there's a short
It's
name
a real
and
name.
another short name. It's a real name.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, Aloysius Beauregard Elmsworth the Third.
I love every
But you
syllable
can,
of that.
Or
can
for
call him Al.
short, Al. Excellent.
Some people call him Abe,
Oh,
but
oops,
he doesn't
sorry.
understand where they.
Al. We got you, Al. I am getting your token ready.
Yep, I can.
That's how I need that. Cool.
Do, 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 do. We are so prepared.
We are.
We are so awesome.
We're super.
Why is it? Oh, I see.
Okay.
They changed their interface a little bit, and I'm trying to get used to it.
On Twitch?
Yeah,
Fun.
because like now they show viewership across the top.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Also, I'm definitely always going to run tech off of my big machine moving forward. My laptop was using between 20 and 50% of its CPU to run Twitch.
Mhm.
My big computer is floating between 1 and 3%.
That's awesome. Yeah, my CPU just couldn't handle the stream on my old laptop.
Yeah.
It's so sad. It's trying its best, it really is. All right, and Al, your character should be able to be seen, to be moved around.
Success.
Fabulous. All right, and Elliot, here is a test. Are you able to move around your character and whatnot?
That is an excellent question. It says that I am joining the game.
Woohoo!
Welcome to Space Race.
Yeah.
I cannot move any tokens.
Elliot, are you
Dang it!
supposed to have a helicopter noise behind you? Is that in character, or is it just coming across the mic?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Oh dear.
All right. No, my real question is, how many levels of Bard does Cerberus have?
And is he a good boy? Okay, if you
Oh,
refresh
well,
your
we know
page, you
that
should be able to
he's-
move it now.
He's always a good boy to
Like
some
he's
extent.
Okay, refreshing the page.
Uh-huh.
Woo!
Oh man, we are flying now.
Elliot, I don't
Everything's
know what the
fine.
helicopter noise is, but you gotta get rid of it, man.
I can't think what that would be at this point.
Do you have a cell phone near wherever either your computer or however your microphone plugs in?
Mm.
Because that is the thing that most commonly causes it on my end.
How's that?
Much better. It's still there, but softer.
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll dial it in as we go.
I've been spoiled by the.
Not that I need pages and pages of documentation for anything. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Print. Hey, why are you doing an error? Look, you are fine. I'll be back.
So how's everyone doing?
We're about to introduce ourselves. Anna, should I go ahead and read the run-in?
Have we lost Anna?
All gone.
We lost the captain!
Oh,
Someone step
no.
up and take their place! This is a Klingon war vessel!
Just the
Try remodulating the shield polarity.
I left my sonic screwdriver at home.
It's fine. We'll just have to use a tricorder. No, a medical tricorder.
Ta-da! Now the printer's
I
fine, of
watched
course.
Star Trek all day preparing for this.
I only
Instead of rolling my character.
watched one episode of The Mandalorian, so I'm here.
I think I've gotten this more or less sorted out. I have to just get my gear going because I have no idea what I'm doing.
This is fabulous.
It's fine.
We've clearly taken our
God.
roles quite seriously.
Well, I have the character sheet in a PDF. I just have to get it onto here.
You're awesome. Hey, and you don't, like, you totally don't have to. If you want to play with
Oh.
a character sheet and roll dice, you can do that too.
I bought dice specifically for the occasion.
Like,
I can roll real dice. Why am I doing this then? Why am I punishing
I
myself?
don't know.
I don't know.
I was kind of under the impression that everyone would want to be able to see my character sheet, so I was trying to replicate it as best I could, as quickly as I could. But if I can just keep the PDF, I'm gonna stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm done then. I'm not going to continue to hurt myself. Now I have to
Yeah.
find dice.
Oh dear. Now the pressure's on.
I think I know what set I want to use. I just have to find them. That is not them.
If everyone's ready, I'm gonna read us in. Are we ready for that?
Yeah. I'm ready. Ready to rock and roll.
Oh, come back.
Good evening, everyone. Just a friendly reminder that while we are proud of our product, we must admit none of us are actually in professional recording studios. We are recording on a myriad of devices and internet qualities. Please give us patience if there are technical difficulties and/or interruptions from pets and toddlers. We love all of you and hope you enjoy the show. Before we start playing, let's go around with introductions. For our cast who haven't been here before, traditionally we start at the top of Discord. That happens to be me because my name starts with a D. And Amy isn't here to accidentally be first. So I am Dallas MacArthur. I run MacArthur Adventures. I'm one of the co-dungeon masters of this live stream. Tonight I will be running tech, so you will be chatting with me in the chatter box, or mostly not hear my voice if you're watching this later on YouTube. Elliot, I believe you're next.
And tonight we're also doing a wonderful question of if you are or were a new crayon color, what would it be and why? So Dallas, I would love to hear yours.
A new crayon color? Oh.
Yes.
Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna actually say that my crayon color is a peppermint goodnight kiss.
Very nice.
And as to why, it's because I'm a sad and lonely individual who hasn't been with my wife for months, and I'm very excited about her coming home for Christmas.
Oh.
Oh, it's me.
And
isn't it?
now on to Elliot.
Okay, all right. Hello, I am Elliot, and I will be playing a Tabaxi Bard character whom I have named Billy. Not Billy. Billy.
Billy.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And that's honestly as far as I've gotten.
Yeah. Well, what would your new crayon color be?
A slightly more off-putting shade of chartreuse. Feels appropriate for 2020.
Oh, absolutely. Well, my name is Anna, and I am also one of the co-DMs for this stream, and I will be playing mainly Captain Richardson, as well as the other NPCs that you will see running the shenanigans here tonight. And if I were a new crayon color, I would definitely be Dragon Scales, which looks like a purple or a blue, depending on where you look at it from.
Well, I didn't know color-changing crayons were an option.
Anything's an option.
Mind blown.
I guess I'm up next. Hi, I'm Melanie. I'm going to be playing a really, really cranky druid named Asta. And if I were a new crayon color, I would probably be goth black because no shades of black match. Ever.
Mm,
A consistent black would be great, but it's never going to happen.
I know that feel.
Well, I guess I'm up. Okay, I am Scott, and tonight I'm playing as Aloysius Beauregard Elmsworth the Third, but you can just call him Al.
Say thank you.
As for my new crayon color, I don't know how to describe it properly. It's like a dark green, but bright, with a tinge of purple.
Ooh. And why would that be?
It's what came to mind in the shower.
You know, shower thoughts are awesome. Love the combination.
I'm just rolling with it.
And last, but certainly not least,
Hello, I'm Alex. My color options were both stolen by Anna and Melody. So I guess if I was going to be a new crayon color, I would be a purple and black swirl. Because purple and black are my favorite colors. It's just the aesthetic. And tonight I will be playing Mr. Jaster, who absolutely, definitely is supposed to be here.
I can tell you all are clearly supposed to be here. There has been no mistake whatsoever.
Absolutely none.
Well, do you
Yep.
feel prepared for the space race?
No.
Aren't any of us prepared? Seriously.
I have
Is it a
already
race?
journeyed.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, then hold on to your hats and we're going to dive right in. You four have been chosen from the Institute to represent the Rallo system, specifically Planet Plant, at this year's space race. And you know that team after team after team has been sent over to Captain Richardson, and all of them have failed to meet her expectations. So you look at the other recruits around you and wonder if you have what it takes. Because if your skill set is not enough to ready the vessel and rally the team, Planet Plant will not compete in the annual space race for the first time in over a century. Prestige is on the line, honor, commercial advantage, political power, and plus some pretty cool prize money at the end. So the intercom overhead chimes, saying, Destination 386, prepare to disembark. Starbase 4831. And you enter Starbase 4831. Hovering advertisements litter the hallway to the garage bay. The room widens to reveal 4 ships making last preparations for the race tomorrow. Each of the 4 ships are in inset bays with catwalks going in between them. And so, please, if you would, roll initiative.
Oh no.
And you can roll in Discord and Roll20 in real dicey dice, whatever you would like. Okay, got that. Perfect. And Asta. Well, we are off to a roaring start. And Jaster with a 17, you are going to enter this room first. What would you like to do upon entering?
I'm going to look around, note all the other people who are very much close to me here, and wait for my colleague, my esteemed colleague.
Oh, excellent. While taking a look around, would you make a perception check for me, please?
It's going to be a 23.
That would be a what?
23.
Oh, fantastic. So, yes, you can clearly see the 4 ships. You can identify from her famous pictures that Captain Richardson is over to your right with the ship that they're working on. You also see a very large trash heap over in the corner and a customer services looking desk over in the center. And while you look around, your esteemed colleagues start to arrive, starting with Al. Al, when you enter the room, what do you do?
Gonna take a look around. See what's going on.
Excellent. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Not really.
Oh, okay. Well, if you'd like to, you can make a perception roll. And while you do that, as a point of order, I do know that these 4 ships do have a beautiful aesthetic on their own, but for the mechanics of the actual race, you'll be running different ships. You will get to have some say in which ship you choose, but more about that later. Just don't get too attached to the graphics you see in front of you right now.
I got a
So, Al,
2
what did that
on looking around.
Okay, yeah. You're a little bit overwhelmed at just the mass of this space race. It's been going on for centuries, and wow, you've made it. Wow, big deal. Next to enter is Lee. What do you do?
Um, I just assume that Billy will also take a gander and see what he sees around him with a perception check.
Yeah, go for it.
That is a non-natural 20.
Fabulous. So you're able to see the same things that our friends from earlier have seen, and perhaps those have been described to you as you're mingling together. You also can see some of the contestants over here, that there's one team clearly working on their vessel over here. They seem a little upset. There's a team working over here and one very large creature working over here that you don't quite recognize, but surely they've been in the race before. There are a lot of competitors, so you probably aren't familiar with all of them. And last, we do have the fourth team member strolling on through. Asta, when you arrive, what do you do?
I too would like to take a look around to see if I can figure anything else out. That would be a 17.
A 17. Excellent. So, I would like for you to roll history for me, please.
21.
Excellent. So, you, from your bardic journeys, you perchance have met this fellow back here. You know that he is quite famous as from his race of a tentacle being, of being able to operate what should be a 4-person ship in just a 1-person crew. His name is Cleaver.
Oh,
And you four have passed through the threshold of Starbase 4831 with instructions to get Planet Plant's entry under Captain Richardson's lead up and running.
so are we going to get going, or are we just going to stand here looking around?
I didn't proceed.
Those big frogs.
So I see you all approaching Captain Richardson. When you come up to the ship, you see her looking extremely frustrated. She is currently under the hood of the ship, trying to work on it mechanically. What would you like to do?
Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
Can we try to help the captain with whatever is plaguing her?
Yeah, absolutely. She hasn't taken any notice of you yet.
Perfect. Well, Billy will naturally assume that the only thing that can cheer up the captain at this point is some hurdy-gurdy music, and he would like to do a performance check and try to get the captain's attention with some gorgeous hurdy-gurdy playing.
Please roll that performance check.
I'd like to bust out my keys and join in.
Yeah, then go ahead and Billy, make that performance check with advantage.
That is a 24 for the first roll,
Okay,
and that will be the better of the two.
fantastic. So Captain Richardson bangs her head on the ship, sitting up, and she quickly rolls out and stands up, seeing you both playing your instruments. What? Are who the hell are you?
Billy will finish the phrase of music that he was playing, and then put down his hurdy-gurdy and say, "Hello, I am Billy, reporting for duty."
Reporting for duty. Are you the mechanic?
No.
Okay, what are you?
Tactical officer, big explosions.
Tactical officer.
Yes.
Okay. And she looks around, and there's more of you. Okay, what are you all doing here?
We're your crew, ma'am.
Yes, I can see that. Another crew sitting. I need to know what they expect you to do on my ship.
I told you, big explosion.
Gotcha. Big
I'm
guns.
supposed to fly it.
Also entertainment and barber.
And barber?
Da.
They don't teach
Hey,
that
I'm
at
a
the
barber
academy.
too.
You're a barber too?
Da, we are bardbers. Hard to say
Bard-
that in an accent.
Bard burrs? Wait a second. Do you all cut hair?
From time to time.
Mom.
How am I supposed to win a race with people who cut hair and play instruments?
Presumably with beautiful haircut.
Fantastic.
Captain, if I may.
Impeccably groomed. I am Cat, I know these things.
I'm good at a little bit of everything. What seems to be the issue with the ship?
Did you graduate from the institute?
Absolutely.
And what do you do?
As I said, a little bit of everything.
Helpful. What about you over there?
I'm a medic.
And medic. Okay, excellent. So, as Captain Richardson takes in her new crew, Billy, what does she see when she sees you?
Fairly tall tabaxi with fair fur. If you're familiar with Star Trek, this would be the equivalent of like a Cation. I think that's how you pronounce that race. Because Star Trek has cat people. And he has his trusty hurdy-gurdy and a little comm badge. And presumably some sort of standard issue weapon type space weapon thing. I don't know.
Space weapon, cool.
Phaser, lightsaber, laser rifle. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Good, good. And Al, what does she see when she looks at you?
A human, about 6 foot, probably 210 pounds. Early 40s. Hasn't shaved in a while, so he's got quite the stubble going on.
Which is unusual for a barber.
But it's still decently kept.
Excellent. And
Like
at, oh,
it's
go ahead.
perfected the rugged look. It's perfection on the rugged look. So it's like he's
Mhm.
so it's like he always looks like he's been out and about for months. But it still looks good.
I can go with that. All right. Asta, you know what question's coming up next. What does
Yes, I
Captain
do.
Richardson look at when she sees you?
Mid-20s, 5'4" ish, fair-skinned woman with black hair pulled back into a very tight, neat bun. Probably exhausted looking, but ready to help in any capacity she can.
Captain Richardson looks at you a bit more intently, and noticing how tired you are, she seems a bit more sympathetic. And, Jaster, what exactly does Captain Richardson see when she looks at you?
So, Jaster is dressed in a colorful three-piece suit, with a lovely top hat. Hair is well kept and brushed, but not straightened or styled in any particular way. It flows down about halfway down his back. It is currently kind of a copperish color. He also appears to have orange, sort of auburn, leaf-shaped tattoos on his eyes. Um, his cravat has a little fairy wing uh, brooch on it, and he's carrying a cane as well that he it seems eager to twirl, and has a smile a mile wide and just as sincere.
How delightful. Well, to return in kind, when you see Captain Richardson, if she drank coffee, she took it black and bitter. Her ribbons and medals decorating her leather shop apron were meant to stop questions rather than inspire admiration. You can tell she's had it. After hearing what each of you all are supposed to be doing on the ship, the captain looks back at Jaster and says, "Well, I've been up all night and the ship won't work. I have planned every strategy I can think of for the race, but when I came back this morning, won't turn on. Nothing. It's I I I've been at this for a while, and then the institute sends me a barber quartet to be my crew?
Have you tried unplugging and plugging back in?
Figure this out if you can, and then we'll be in the race. Until then, I'll be in the mess hall." And Captain Richardson storms out.
Okay, well, the situation is clear. We unplug and plug back in, see what happens.
Billy, is that something that you would like to try to do?
No.
Can I look at the part of the ship that the captain was looking at to see if I can figure out what she was looking for?
Yeah,
I'm not an
absolutely.
engineer, I'm a medic, but maybe.
Yeah, as a medic, absolutely, and I would be delighted if you would either roll an investigation check, or I can also take that as a survival check.
I will take it as a survival check.
Excellent. Please do.
That would be a 13.
Okay. So you know from the medical world that you don't start looking at the fingers first at somebody who's unconscious. You would check the basic systems first. So it looks like Captain Richardson was really, really tired, and she was checking the fingers first. she was looking at the outlying systems like the comm or the gravity emitters. She wasn't really checking the base things first. And that doesn't really jive with your medical knowledge of how to analyze a broken thing.
Cool. So she was looking in the wrong place the whole time. Great.
Where's the starter?
Is it key start or button push?
Anyone can roll history or investigation to kind of determine the layout of the ship.
Ooh, I'd like to investigate that.
Yeah, please do.
$17.
All right. So, yes, even though you're not traditional crewmates, you've kind of taken the general studies route, you have been through the training institute. So, sure, you know that if you go inside the ship, there are a series of buttons to push to turn it on. And you know how to do that.
Okay, well, I'm going to start the thing up. See what happens.
Excellent. Make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Awesome! I'm good at those. But my dice is not. That's a 7.
Excellent. So you start to turn the key, push the button, do the code. You turn the darn thing on, and it sputters. It sparks. One of the consoles blows some smoke, and you take 2 points of lightning damage. You got zapped.
It really
But-
is just like Star Trek.
But in getting zapped, you did figure out that the ship won't start. It's broken, just like Captain Richardson said. Definitely broken.
I'd like to cast mending on the consoles that are, shall we say, not functioning properly.
Yes, absolutely. And so remind me of mending. Is there any kind of check, or is it just the cast and it's fixed?
It's a 1 minute cast fixed, as long as the damage is not greater than I'm reading. As long as the damage is no larger than 1 foot in any dimension. I'm assuming that would be a 1 foot cube. Is that a
Yeah,
count?
these are tiny buttons. So in casting mending, you quickly stomp out the smoke and the sparks coming out, and the console seems to be functioning fine now.
Oh, while I am here, is there any kind of diagnostic readout that we can print?
Ooh, a diagnostic readout. How fantastic. I would like either an investigation or an insight check.
Side it is. That's a 10.
Okay, yeah. You know how to go over the consoles and read what's happening, and the ship starts reading out things. Life support on. First sign, pretty good. Engines not available. And then the readout stops and just starts crumpling up, and the screen goes fuzzy.
All right. It sounds like someone disconnected the engine from the rest of the ship. Anybody know where we can get some spark plugs? That seems like it might be necessary.
Damn it, I am tactical officer, not engineer.
I don't think any of us are in.
Could I
Um,
use locate object to locate some spark plugs?
Ooh.
Sure.
Or we could reconfigure the secondary deflector array to emit a tachyon burst.
We
Reinitialize
need the ship.
connection with warp core, and then we could reroute power to
We need the ship
tertiary
to
conduit.
work. We need the
I'm
ship
getting
to
lost
work.
in
We
my
don't
brain.
need to turn it into a bomb.
Big
Aren't
explosion! Kill
Yeah.
enemies! Glorious fireball!
Yeah.
We need the ship to work. We don't need to turn it into a bomb.
Why can't we do both?
Let's call that Plan B, Mr. Bly.
No.
There's not enough.
Believe.
There's not enough
That's what I
scotch in the
said.
world for this. Let's find some spark plugs and see what we can do about fixing this thing. So,
Yeah. Is that any role you have to do, or is it you have to
one
have
action,
a remnant
concentration,
of
10
the
minutes.
object? Mhm. So, what are you specifically looking for? Are you looking for parts to your engine? Are you looking
Yes.
for Okay.
Spark, yeah, like
This
spark
could be
plugs, parts for
interesting.
the engine, whatever.
Okay. One moment, please. Ooh, interesting. Roll a d12 for me.
12.
Okay. So in locating objects, you locate that this room is filled with all kinds of spark plugs, all kinds of tricorders and dilithium crystals, and all manner of tech gizmos and gadgets that you could possibly want. What is peculiar, though, is that you're finding some like signatures of your ship, but they're not coming from what you would think is a supply closet or anything. They're coming from one of your competitors' ships. Those froggy boys over there.
Well, that's just tacky.
What's going on?
We have a little bit of sabotage on our hands, I'm afraid. We might need to go speak to some of our competitors about their sticky fingers, so to speak.
The light.
I'm gonna start walking over to give them a piece of my mind because
Going to
No.
go running after her because now,
Yeah, let's go.
let's not be starting anything just yet. Sure, this can be resolved peacefully.
Oh, is it those frogs? Ooh.
yes, it's the frogs.
Their ship will make truly glorious fireball in the sky.
Cool. And they'll make great soup.
All right, so I'm the only one who's not or who's opposed to violence. Delightful.
I'm just
I'd like to
saying
cast
they're
disguise
frogs.
self on my.
They're frogs.
I'd like to cast disguise self.
What would you like to
What do you
disguise
want me to
yourself
do?
as?
Not eat them?
Anything that isn't me.
How about frog?
I would like to take the form of a similarly sized human male wearing a normal set of jumpsuits.
Okay, you are now disguised as you described. Pray tell, what shall you do with this disguise?
Not be me.
I will indicate with this little purple dot that you are disguised until you tell me you are no longer disguised or until the time runs out. You said how many minutes with concentration? Or is it just a thing?
It's a 1 hour duration, not concentration.
Oh. Well,
Billy will turn around and go, "Why do you look different? What happened? Where did you go?"
Still me. Still me, big guy.
When
Strums
I
an angry
used
hurdy-gurdy chord.
when I used detect object, was I able to tell where-ish in the frog vicinity this item was?
inside the ship.
Excellent. Just perfect. Whatever
Yeah.
they took from us is in the ship.
Perhaps we could ask for it nicely to get it back?
And if they say no,
We consider alternate forms of negotiation.
Then we cook them.
Preferably not.
I can heat the metal.
See, now we're talking.
So I use Mage Hand to form ship into giant pot.
Don't think
And we put the frogs inside pot, add water, and heat metal.
It's gonna take an awful lot of mage hand.
Well, I have presumably two. I don't know how that work.
Hmm. Well, I got 2 as well, so there's 4. You guys got any mage hands?
No.
yes.
Oh, there we go. We got 6. 6 whole mage hands. Can make that giant pot a lot faster now.
Anyway,
Is-
what are we doing here?
I would like to approach the frogs and say greetings.
as you approach the frogs, the giant one comes forward a bit and says, "What do you want?"
Yes, well, it seems that you are in possession of some pots to our ship, and we would very much like to have them back so that we may engage in jolly competition with you at a later time.
We have our ship. You have your ship, yes?
Yes, but our ship is missing some components that appear to be in your ship, and we would like them back.
Oh, I understand now.
We need to make the ship fast.
And we need to make our ship run, so give us the part back.
Our parts.
No, not quite.
What my colleague is trying to
Mm.
say. 1 second, I'm trying to find. And I'm going to step closer to him. Am I within 10 feet of him?
You are.
I'm going to take another step forward. What my friend is trying to say, and I'm going to use my Fey presence, is that we would very much like you to return what you stole from us. Now, please.
Are you trying to intimidate this frog?
No, I'm using my Fey presence as an action. All creatures at a 10-foot cube around me must say If failed, they are all charmed or frightened. My choice till the end of my turn.
What's the
I'm,
DC?
the DC is on another page. It is 13.
The frog looks at you, tilts its head one way and then the other, and says, You make our ship fast. We make your ship go.
I'm going to turn to my colleagues. Does that sound fair to you? Is that within the spirit of the rules of jolly competition?
Or we could just call authorities and have them arrested for theft. The signature matches the one from our ship. It's legally our property.
That is also true.
So if they don't give it back, we'll just go to customer service and have them call police or whatever regulatory agency is here.
As I say,
don't know.
I believe theft of starship components from a competitor is grounds for disqualification from the race. You wouldn't want to be disqualified, would you?
The frog licks its eye.
Like nervously or
Just
Or
like
just-
a frog.
just like a frog. Just a little bloop.
Frog says, We have a fast ship.
And how much is that due to our part? Give the part of our ship back.
No, it's fine. I go get the police.
I can't believe I'm arguing with a frog.
You honestly think it's the strangest thing we're going to do today?
I got a DMA so I could argue with a frog. PhD.
You went to. You
Told
finished
you we
school?
should have just
And
made
3
soup.
honorary doctorates? No.
Should have
I'm a
just
doctor,
made
not a
soup.
zookeeper. What do you want from me?
All right, Billy, what you doing over here?
Lodging a very, very loud complaint with customer service.
Hello. Thank you for contacting customer service. How can I help you today?
Yes, hello. We are competitor and frog people have stolen component from ship and we want back.
Which competitor do you have an issue with?
The frogs.
Oh, well, you see, according to code 110345, their race is under a special treaty. We must respect their customs. They do not see possession as we see possession, and so if they have something of yours, it is now theirs. I'm sorry for any inconvenience this has caused you, but if you would like to lodge an official complaint, our service center could get back to you in 1 to 2 centuries.
Billy draws himself up to his full height, stares the customer service representative straight in the eyes, and says, I would like to speak to your manager.
The dragon stands. She is 15 feet tall. And she looks down at you and says, I am the manager.
Then I would like to speak to corporate CEO, please.
They're unavailable at this
Then
time.
Their immediate subordinate.
Leave now while I have my temper in check. But if you would like to lodge a complaint, our customer service can get back to you in 1 to 2 centuries.
Well, you know what? I am leaving you a very negative review on the post-call survey.
Absolutely. That is something you can do.
Okay, they told us to kill the frogs.
The frog gulps loudly.
Yes, they said something about respecting customs, and it just so happens that Tabaxi Customs says when someone steals something from you, then you kill and take it back. That is totally a thing.
Make a
Sounds about
deception
right.
roll.
Is there any way I could give Bardic inspiration with that?
Can I give myself bardic inspiration?
I would like for you to tell me how you are giving that bardic inspiration.
Well, you heard the Tabaxi. It is a well-known custom that stretches back centuries, millennia even. It's really quite a nasty business. I would recommend you return our parts now.
Oh, with that recitation of lore, we absolutely get bardic inspiration.
Beautiful. So I had a D4, correct?
D6.
Ah, a D6. That's even better. All right. So we have a non-natural 20.
Excellent. So the frog is, if frogs could sweat, it would be sweating. And so the frog kind of lowers its head and says, "Look, we we will return to make your ship go, but then our ship will not be fast. And that is sad."
And our ship not working is sad. What's your
Oh.
point?
Don't worry, my froggy friend. Your ship will be fast regardless.
No, it's fine. They don't understand the concept of possession. Let's just take it from them. What do they care?
It's not about the parts that you put in the ship. It is your heart. It's your
Well, we're at it.
competitive
Let's just
spirit.
scrape their ship for parts. Let's just take everything.
But you do still need a working ship, which is something we lack, and that would make us very sad, not being able to show our competitive spirit.
Jester, this little frog comes up to you and says, "Do you really mean if we just believe we can win the race?"
That's right.
No, he is lying to make you feel better.
Oh, I don't know who to believe. Would both of you please make either performance or deception checks, depending on what you're trying to do?
That is a 23 performance check.
Excellent.
It doesn't. They're both a +5 modifier, so it's a 19.
Okay, excellent. So the frog looks back and forth between you two and kind of frowns and says, "Even if that was not true, it was still beautiful." And the little frog hops away crying.
What I
The
believe.
big
That is
frog.
what they get for stealing engine part.
Oh,
The big frog.
make a little feller cry. Look at the
The
poor
big-
little thing.
Aw. The big frog comes forward and says, "If you want the part, You can take it. But, I hope you will respect us the next time we meet.
Was that
And the
a
frog.
threat?
I do have immense respect for a good soup.
If you'd like, you're welcome to roll insight to see if that was a threat or not. But-
I would like
It sounds
I would
like
like to roll insight.
Me
I don't
too.
need to insight that.
It's the same as before. It's another 10.
19.
Fabulous. So, so some of you aren't quite sure what this frog is implying. But Asta, you get the impression that they're really just not jiving with whatever rules are being laid out, and you can tell the frog genuinely feels kind of slighted by this. But they're trying to make it right because clearly you guys are upset. And yeah, but they have left the ship and are kind of standing off to let you guys do what you got to do.
All right, I'm gonna go try to find the part.
Excellent.
I would like to help find the part and make sure that it's not going to make the ship inoperable.
Aw, that's so kind.
And I would like to try to make it inoperable. No.
I mean, you could.
Okay, well they're gone. Let's steal all of their ship parts.
Look, I just want the part back. I don't give a.
Okay, fine.
I
fine.
don't care about
As
anything
much
else.
as-
I just want our ship part back so we can get our ship running. That's it.
And I'm going to whisper to as much as I love the idea of some good old fashioned.
I can barely hear you, friend. I'm sorry.
Look, as much as I'd love some good old fashioned chaos, I don't want to piss off the dragon that is already glaring at us quite angrily.
Look, they're giving us our part back. We can get our part back, thank them, and go.
I like that plan.
I just
But
want the
what
part
about
back.
souvenirs?
Our souvenir can be winning this race. Let's just get this over with.
That's not a souvenir.
I won the space race. That's a pretty good souvenir. Can I go get the part back?
Yes, by all means. Make an investigation check to find the part.
Excellent. 17?
Yeah. So going into the ship, they clearly have their own warp core, but have jerry-rigged it to be compatible with your ship's engine as a secondary propulsion system meant to boost their thrusters essentially. And you get the feeling that you can essentially just unplug it. But it is quite heavy. And so whoever is going to carry it back will definitely need to be making a strength check.
Does someone want to help me with this?
No.
Real quick. Can anyone see us from outside of the ship?
Once you guys enter the ship, no, it doesn't have like a window or anything.
I would like
If someone
to-
was if someone was standing directly behind it, they could see because that's where the door is. But no one can see you.
I would like to reverse the polarity of their warp. So that
Excellent.
positive is going into negative and negative is going into the positive.
Okay. Cool.
Ow.
We are going to roll. Yeah, we're going to do a. When you start messing with the engine, I need a dexterity saving throw.
18?
Yeah, so you are able to reverse the polarity of the ship's engine and roll a d4, please.
Probably should have optimally specified while the reactor is not running, but it's a little late for that. That was a 2.
Okay, nothing to worry about now. That will come into play later. Everything's fine.
Oh no.
For now.
A surprise tool that'll help us later.
Does
Yeah,
someone
a
wanna
surprise
help me-
tool that will help you later.
Does someone want to help me lift this engine, or am I gonna have to carry it by myself?
I'm not particularly strong, but I'll try.
I can help in a second. I just gotta get something here real quick. I'm gonna walk further into the ship, and I'm going to look around for something random and pointless that won't harm the ship, but looks interesting. And take it.
Excellent. Please roll an investigation check.
15.
By the pilot station, you see that there is a kind of a silver lever, and if you were to twist off the end of the lever, it comes off as a ball, almost like a child's toy. And yeah, you can take that.
Sweet.
Upon seeing it, I swallow. I don't know why, but I am suddenly deeply enamored with an urge to put that in my mouth. Such a childish impulse.
Excellent.
You'd think I was 50 again.
Giving Chester a wary side eye and slowly put the ball in my pocket.
Yours. It's yours. I'm not going to try to take it from you.
I'm gonna pretend I don't see this.
I don't-
No.
See what?
No. I'm not even gonna dignify this with a response. So I guess I'm gonna
We're
carry
good.
this engine block out of
Doesn't need
here.
one.
I will attempt to. I'll try to help, but you might have noticed I'm not really a lifter kind of folk.
Look at me. Do I look like the type of person who does heavy lifting?
Yes, it looks like you carry every group that you're in.
Whoever is carrying the engine, go ahead and make a strength check, please.
Can it be athletics?
No.
Oh
That'd be
no!
ace.
Okay, that's a 17.
After my -1 to strength,
wow.
it's a 10.
16.
Okay.
I have no strength modifier, and I got a
Yeah.
17. Well, okay.
Nice. Well, while Billy has kind of left y'all hanging out to dry, you guys managed to carry the engine back to the ship. Billy, what you doing over there now that you've made it back?
Waiting. Is this an
Carrying
outdoor or an
the
indoor space? I assume this is like a station of some kind, right?
Yes, it's a space station, so there are many windows through which you can see out, but no, fully
But there's
fully
no like
enclosed.
patches of sun or anything that I could be like bathing in.
No, but there are definite warm spots throughout the area just from where the engines have been turned on and off again.
Perfect.
So yes, Kat, you can find a warm spot. Great. So you guys have logged and hauled and pulled this engine back over to your ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is this engine plug and play, or will it take an actual mechanic to figure out how to hook this thing up? Because I'm a doctor, not an engineer.
That is an excellent question.
Well, it's just like big old metal heart surgery, isn't it? You just kind of stick it in that hole there and then hook up the hoses.
Right, but at least with a heart, I know which artery and which vein go where. With this, I have no idea. It doesn't translate directly.
You get it right eventually.
Or we could blow the ship up and then...
Then we'll take the frog ship.
I wouldn't advise taking the frog ship. It's Scottish.
Oh. Then we won't take the frog ship. Right.
Can I try hooking up this engine?
Yeah, absolutely. That
With
Mhm.
go ahead.
Yeah, to actually hook up the engine, we can make that a medicine check.
Excellent.
Can I help out? Given that I have just had some on the job training.
Are you going
with an exam-
to by reversing the polarity? Are you going to help out mechanically or help out as a bard? How would you like to provide assistance?
I was just going to be like, okay, I know what I just did to the other ship.
Don't
Right?
do
I know what
that.
I just saw. I know what I just saw on the other ship. I just have to do the same thing in reverse. And I have to make sure that the leads or the leads that I was disconnecting is the order we're doing them this time, rather than the way I set it up when I put it back together. So I'm attempting to take the A
Yeah.
option.
That makes sense to me. Yeah. Yeah, we can fly with that. All right, make that medicine check.
Yay, bio ship.
That's a 21.
So, as you are explaining that arteries and wires and all these things are not the same, you actually start to think, why not? The more you look at it, yeah, there's holes that are clearly missing things, and there are plugs on the ship that clearly need to go somewhere. So you start lining things up, and one after the other, things just start to click into place. And before you know it, after a little trial and error and some guidance of, whoa, 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 don't do that from your fellow team member, it seems like you put the engine back in? Yeah, engine is back.
Well, here's hoping I did this correctly and that I didn't just create a bomb.
Well, they're in the order that they were when we went on to the other ship.
Hope.
And I'm going to slump onto the nearest seat-looking thing and just put my hand on my face for a second and like take a deep breath and pull the mask of many faces off. Go back to being just Jackson instead of
Okay.
generic grease monkey number 3.
Okay. No more generic grease monkey number 3. I will remove that indicator from your token. There you go.
Oh, he's back. Welcome.
Oh.
And what have you been up to?
Waiting.
Asta just looks incredibly exasperated.
So
I like you, friend.
I know.
I like you too, Mr. Bly. You both stand up odds.
Actually, I am sitting down.
It's an expression.
No, I understood.
Still kind of funny though.
I'll be honest, it is.
Okay, we go.
Right.
So should we test to make sure this thing works?
I'm going to go back to the diagnostic readout and check to see if all the systems are running.
okay, yeah. You push the buttons again. This time, it starts reading out the systems, and it starts off with the life support. It goes to the engine and says that it is functioning. It goes on to propulsion, to weapons, to shields, and system by system, it checks out that this ship is fully functional.
Billy will tap his comm badge and go, Billy, to the captain. We have fixed the ship.
Hold on, weapons systems. I thought this was a race.
The captain calms you back. You've what?
We fixed the ship.
You could hold on. Stay there. Don't touch anything else.
Okay, she said to push all the buttons.
No, she didn't. We all heard her.
No,
That's a
you
really weird
didn't.
way to say thank you, though.
So Captain Richardson
Let's
comes stomping down the corridor.
We could have just teleported her. I assume we have teleporters on ship. Oh, excuse me, transporters.
So Captain Richardson comes aboard and says, What could you have done to my ship?
Frog people stole the engine. We brought it back.
Yes, we plugged it back in.
It's kind of an
He's-
obvious plot. It's a big thing.
They stole the engine?
They
Yeah.
took the engine and jerry-rigged to their
Mhm.
ship to make it go faster. We got it back. We hooked it back up.
Oh, those little green oh. I didn't think they would stoop to this, but I really shouldn't be surprised. Okay, so we've got the readout. Let's see. We've got shields, propulsion, weapons, sensors. Okay. Ship is in order. Wow. We might actually stand a chance.
I'm gonna have dancing lights come up and kind of float around my head, just for effect, and say, we also did a Some we gave the frogs a tune-up while we were removing our property from their ship.
A tuna?
I got a souvenir. You want to see it?
No, I don't want to know what you guys did while I was not here.
We didn't do anything. We got our property back.
And I got a souvenir.
Fine. I heard. Now, at the Institute, did they actually tell you how the race works?
I fly the ship
Oh,
fast,
boy.
and we
Oh.
win.
Well, not exactly.
Our enemies will crumble before us like wheat to the scythe.
Could be. Could be. That's one strategy, certainly. Well, if we have a working ship, then might as well try. Well, it's the first ship to cross the finish line that wins, or the last one in the race. If you get my meaning.
Either first one across or last one standing.
Oh, good. Looks like we will have frog soup.
Precisely. And so, some ships have focused on their shields to make them impenetrable, some on their propulsion to just get there as fast as they can, some on weapons to take down their enemies, and some on their sensors because it's
Can't be seen.
the
You can't be shot.
course. No, it's more than about the ship. It's about the course itself. It's a death trap. There's black holes, nebulas, there's effects that will paralyze your entire ship. It's tough. And if you don't know where you're going, then well, sometimes what you don't know can kill you.
So what you're saying is
But-
it's just a pretty standard run.
Yes, sounds almost like a Tuesday.
I've
More like
heard that
Thursdays.
some days of the week are more difficult than others.
A
But
huge
if,
sigh from Anna.
Mr. Bly, Mr.
But-
Bly, is your last name Bison by chance?
No, it is Bob.
I see. Just wanted to.
No, my people do not have last names. I don't know what you are asking.
All right, good to know.
But since you all seemed competent enough to fix the ship when I couldn't, then I think it is only appropriate that you have some say in what remaining modifications we make in order to have the best ship possible for tomorrow's race.
What is the torpedo situation?
Well, everything's pretty much the same now. But
Do we have
Here,
torpedoes?
let's... Yes, we do.
Okay, good. What kind? And
Good
can we
ones.
get more?
That all depends on you, my friend.
Okay, I would also like to request dual beam bank arrays and single beam bank arrays as well as 363 turrets. You forget I play Star Trek Online.
Yes, you are a wonderful, wonderful
Beautiful.
person. And so, what I will do now, as a point of order, is discuss how the race will actually go. And Dallas, I'm going to be sharing our ship cards with our players. If you could pull these up as I'm talking about them. I'll try to go. Actually, I don't know what order I'll be going in. We'll keep up somehow. It'll be
Order
great.
is irrelevant. I've got them all up and ready for you.
You are a magician. Thank you so much. Okay, players. So, and anyone following along in Dallas's, in the one shot chat, I have just posted some pictures of our ships. Remember, I said not to get too attached to those graphics, but you can pick any one of these 4 ships. I'll go ahead and explain them. First, I've got the Arrow. The Arrow ship has the stats you see going across the center, and how this works is that each ship will have its AC, that's the AC for the entire ship, and each individual system will have its HP. And one system will have a dramatically higher HP. Now, shields itself are pretty important. All of you who are listening later, players have received a document explaining the special rules. So this is like the icing on the cake, if you will. The shields in particular, if the shields go down, these systems start taking full damage. Otherwise, the systems will be taking just half damage. On each turn, the ship will do a movement and an action. Players know what actions are available to them, and for the ships not carrying the players, there is a special modification. The arrows modification is that, arrows shoot through space to attack your enemies. Weapons have no distance limitation. So, if you the player are going to be shooting, we will treat those squares just as if they were in space. However, this ship has no such limitations. And something to consider when choosing which ship you guys want to have, that modification will then be taken away because it's meant to help the other ships along, as you all will have access to your spells and all these magical things that your ships will not have, because I didn't create 4 bard characters for all the ships. So that is choice number 1.
Can't
Number
imagine
2.
why.
I know, right? It's like 12 bard characters. No, thank you. Next is the Falcon. You can see its stats, and its specialty is sensors. Its modification is it is highly skilled. So this ship gains advantage on 1 roll per player per turn and cannot critically fail. So as each ship will take its turn, it will have 4 turns as if it had 4 crew members manning the helm. And so if this ship is not one that you choose, then 1 roll per each of those players, it can gain an advantage on something, especially might be helpful when looking for those wormholes. For the barge, that is ship option number 3. The barge is going to have that emphasis on the shields. So it will take a lot longer for the other systems to start taking that full damage. As long as the shields are up, the rest of the systems just take half damage. Its modification is that a fire shield imposes disadvantage on all attacks. So, on top of having these really cool shields, it's going to be harder to actually hit it. And last but not least, we have the Flipper. The Flipper's highest HP is propulsion. Its modification is that space sails make you dart and dodge through the stars. Dexterity saving roll on all attacks. So it is going to be super duper fast, and it's going to be really hard to take out that propulsion system and make it go downhill. So those are going to be your 4 ship options. And just to let people at home listening and on YouTube later know, movement, how that goes during somebody's turn, the ship is going to move 2d4 in any direction. Then they can either attack or use a special skill or use their thrusters to take another 2d movement. And the players do have this little Space Race mechanics printout, or not really printed out, it's an online thingy that they can reference. So with that, this is kind of an open-ended discussion for what ship you guys are thinking of claiming as your own, and thus taking that modification out of the running.
Well, I think it is obvious. Guns, clearly.
So,
Hmm.
my
On
opinion,
brand.
my opinion is more of a, I have a ship that I like the least, but the other 3 I am fairly fine with all 3. I don't think we should take the flipper.
I am in agreement on that.
Don't like the flipper. Looks like a flopper.
Flipper looks like a flopper. Cool.
To be fair, we could take the barge, and then it would be a bardge.
Oh.
Barge. This is the way.
I have spoken.
This is the way.
I am quite fond of the barge, to be quite frank.
Barged.
This is the way.
And even though it
Are we
does
going-
not have good weapons, it
For
does
the
have a
memes.
giant shield of fire, which is pretty badass. And quite warm.
Yeah, I do kind of like the idea of being protected by a fire elemental. I'll be perfectly honest. That is what that looks like to me.
It is.
Oh wait. Oh, that is actual Eberron art, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Oops. That's awesome.
So are we taking the barge?
I feel like the pun kind of settled it.
I think it did.
This is the way.
Oh, man.
I have
we have
spoken.
we have to keep the bard puns
Oh, say
going.
we
We're already a
all.
bard per shop quartet. We have to keep the bard puns going.
It's got to be done for the fans, for the memes.
Do it for the meme.
Bard pun for the fans.
Uh-huh. Wow. Yes, this is very important. I should have seen this coming.
Yeah.
You really should have.
Okay, yes, I think we're going with the barge.
The bard.
Bard.
The barger
Barge.
shop.
Yes.
Oh man. Archer shop. Good. Okay. So
It explodes immediately. We all die. Put us
Oh,
out of our
gosh.
misery.
So before we go to our halftime break, do you, the players, have any questions um, on your movement or actions to take during the game? We are moving into some homebrew territory, so I anticipate figuring out a bit as we go along, so I do not mind that at all.
Does this count as a long rest, and will I be able to prepare new spells?
That is an excellent question. Yes, Captain Richardson did say that
Excellent.
the space race is tomorrow, and while you do stay up quite a bit, preparing the shields and finding a fire elemental somewhere, you do manage to get a long rest before it begins.
I've got a
Excellent.
source on that fire elemental. Don't worry about it.
Fabulous.
Oh,
Now we'll just need a lot of water. And then whenever the frogs come back, we'll be good to go.
um,
We'll get that soup ready in no time.
how trustworthy do I consider everybody?
Ooh. Rank an insight check.
So with my +3 to insight, that's a 23.
Oh, so that was a nat 20?
It was.
Fabulous. Well, I'll definitely start with Captain Richardson. You can tell that she has had a rough life. She has had a military background, but she is definitely in this race for more than prestige. It's about bringing the planet back into economic stability. It's about honor. It's about doing something to keep her out of trouble. She's legitimately trying to get things done, and yeah, she will definitely snap at somebody if they're getting in her way.
Okay.
Everyone else, we've got a very insightful person on our bridge. What does he sense about you? What's the vibe check?
Asta's here to help. She's just really damn tired, and there's not enough scotch in the universe for this shit.
Ellie is here because he is bored.
Well, I was here because they said there'd be some money if you could win the race. I like to think I can fly pretty well.
I was told the food was included.
I have
Oh,
a
shoot,
follow.
food?
I have a follow-up question regarding my my vibe check on the captain.
Mhm.
If someone was not who they were saying they were, how do I feel like she would react?
Depends on the severity of it. Your business is your own unless you're doing some crap she doesn't like. What she doesn't like probably depends on the day.
Already.
And and with that, we will go ahead and go to our break. And
Now, a word from our corporate sponsor.
now a word from our corporate sponsor.
Did we
Uh,
lose sound? Is anyone on the stream? Can they confirm or shoot down that we lost sound?
Let's see.
Okay. Some people can hear us, so.
Okay.
Well, that said, we're gonna head into our break. We do love our cast, but we need to not forget that there are other people that you don't necessarily hear about on this stream that make all of this happen. Ghost Hunter Kanye, who has been active in the chat tonight, does a ton of art for us here on this show. As far as other art we get, if anything particular catches your eye, definitely let us know, and we will let you know where we got it. We do, when we're just doing these one-shots, we sometimes just pull art off the internet, but we try to be responsible with our sources and give credit where it's due, because there are some fantastic artists out there. All of that to say, we'll be back in about 10 minutes. That's going to be at about 8:40 Central Time. We'll see you then.
And now for a message from our sponsors.
3 minutes, so we're back from our break. Just checking back in with everybody. Anyone else here in the chat?
Yes.
I'm back. I just kept
After
muted
a long
'cause I
delay,
wasn't sure if
Elliot's
we were-
like, maybe.
Well, it all depends on who's asking, isn't it?
Well, it was a fun start.
I have a question for Dallas and Anna. I posted it in the chat already as well. But would it be all right for me to read something out at some point before the end of the stream?
I mean, I think to get a straight answer out of either me or Anna, you're going to have to be a little bit more specific, but you can definitely text either or both of us something a little more specific, and we'll give you an answer.
Oh, it's fine. It's just his manifesto.
I don't know. How long are we going to be here? Is this going to be 20 minutes?
You're not wrong. It's probably going to be like 60 seconds at most. I'll send you the text that I'm planning to read out, or that I'd like to read out. It's just, I'll just post it and
yeah.
Hi. Hi.
Hey, hi.
Hello.
Hello. Is it time?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll cue you in at the end.
Okay.
Actually, pending Anna's approval, of course. We have a normal closing message we give, and you're welcome to just use that as our closing message and read us out before we end the stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that works.
That sounds spectacular. Thank you for sharing.
I'm gonna turn my mic off as soon as I'm told to. When are we gonna get back to this?
Yeah, we all back up and ready to go.
I barely modified anything. I just straightened the the view screen, and we're good to go on my end.
Systems
Oh,
activated.
thank you.
Oh dear.
Systems activated. Oh, crap.
Wonderful.
The true test to see if I did this stuff is yeah, there we go.
Look, we're
Now,
winning.
now what's important is that all of you should be able to move the barge, but please only
Okay.
do so on your own. This is gonna be fantastic.
That's
Good.
reasonable. That's one turn. That's one turn's worth of movement.
I'm glad this is gonna be
It was a
the chaos.
wormhole.
Control
There was a
yourselves.
wormhole.
Just like in Sorry, just because you can move your piece doesn't mean you're allowed to.
Okay.
Better ask forgiveness than permission.
Fabulous. So here's the first decision point to come to. The race is about to get started, and the ships are gearing up. Would one of you like to representatively roll initiative for the barge, or would you like Captain Richardson to take on that responsibility of success or failure?
I volunteer with my +4 to initiative rolls.
In accordance with traditions of my people, I would like to preemptively fire upon ships.
Well, let's see what the initiative roll is. Yeah, take it away with that +4.
Just gonna wait Told.
The traditional
Jump.
Tabaxi pre-fire. It's like tailgating, but with guns.
Gosh.
Oh, God.
I'm all for it.
Tailgating with guns. Good. I'm
It's gonna
glad
be a
we're
14.
here. Oh, okay then. Fabulous. So we've got a 14 for the barge, and we've got a mere 2 for the falcon. Oh boy, it's gonna be great. We've got a 9 for the flipper. You guys are looking good. And a 4 for the arrow. Wow.
Excellent. Please keep rolling like that for the rest of the night.
Yeah, apparently these ships did not get as much sleep as you guys did and are not prepared for this. Okay.
Jack
We
of all
are a
trades.
well-honed crew working
Clearly.
together in perfect sync.
Perfect tandem.
Yeah, Jack of all trades is a hell of a thing.
Yeah, definitely.
In sync and
Okay.
in key.
You guys are beautiful. Okay, so if you would please go ahead and roll your individual initiatives.
You want us to just post it in Roll20 chat?
Yeah, wherever you would like, and then I'll just post the order. Excellent. Okay, cool. We've got Jaster going first with that 23. We've got Al going second with a 20. We got Billy with a 17 and Asta with a 14. You guys are fantastic. Okay, so at the top of the order goes the barge. You guys get to go first, and within that ship initiative order, Aster, you get the grand start. So, just as a reminder to the audience and the players, on the turn, they can do a movement and an action. So, just like 5e, you can do your movement at any time in any order, and the actions are to attack, to special, which is use a skill or spell, like you can use the arcane eye to hack into computers. There has to be a sci-fi reason to use the spell. Or thrusters, you can use your 2d4 movement a second time in any direction, so a little extra boost. With that in mind of your options, what would you like to choose?
So I have a question regarding spell use.
I love questions.
If a spell specifically has a number of targets,
Hmm?
how does that translate to ship scale usage, and also how does that translate with the star map? How does areas of effect translate?
So, areas of effect will treat one square as if it were 5 feet and not probably the 50 feet it actually is. So, it's much like as if your ship tokens were individual players. And
Okay.
so, a creature, for all intents and purposes, would be a ship.
Okay. And then just pulling it out because it's definitely not something that I can cast. If I was to cast Bless, would I be casting that on the entire ship or just on individual people on the ship?
If it is an outward facing, then it would be on an entire ship. If it is inward facing, then you can select members of your crew if you want to. However, we're mainly going to be dealing with the systems. Like if you're going to want to repair something in the ship, you're most likely going to repair one of the 4 systems, because when a ship does damage to you, the players, really won't be taking damage. Your ship will be.
Okay. In that case, guess I'll start with movement.
Okay, excellent. So go ahead and roll that 2d4.
I got a 5.
Fantastic. Where are you going?
Gonna move here. That sound good to everybody?
Are you pinging on the map because I don't see it?
I thought it was. I thought I was hovering, and it showed for everybody else. Sorry.
If you click, it'll ping.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. Does that seem good?
Sure.
And then I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire on all the other ships.
Excellent. What does that do?
So Fairy Fire is a 20-foot cube. And the way it's working, I guess, in a sci-fi fashion, is I'm firing targeting flares on them.
Mhm.
And a 20-foot cube, all creatures, each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue, green, or violet. It will be violet. Light, any creature in the area when the spell is cast is also outlined in light if it fails a dexterity saving throw. For the duration, objects and affected creatures shed dim light in a 10-foot radius. Any attack roll against an affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it, and the affected creature or object can't benefit from being invisible.
Alrighty then. What's that DC?
It's gonna a 13 unless it uses stats from the ship.
Okay, 13, and you said some saving?
Dex.
Dex. Okay. Falcon did not succeed. Arrow did not succeed. Flipper's fine. Okay. Gonna reorder these a bit to match what I've got on my paper. There we go. So nobody is confused. So they're gonna emit some light. They're quite sad.
Ooh.
Also, whose ship are the frogs?
That would be
I
an
think-
excellent question that could be answered by a skill.
Fair enough. I feel like it would need to be the flipper just on the basis of, again, puns, but
Everything here is on the basis of a pun.
So it's officially the flipper.
This
Got
is
it.
the way. This is the way.
This is the way.
Oh gosh.
This is the way.
So, next, is that all you would like to do? Of course, you can talk if you have any to say.
I do not at this time have anything else I can do.
Excellent. So, Al, what you up to?
Yeah, I reckon I'm just gonna start flying off.
All right.
That is an 8.
Excellent. Go ahead
Okay.
and tell me or show where
Thinking
you're
about.
moving your ship.
I think it makes the most sense to just go straight ahead. Unless anybody else has ideas.
The further away we get from them, the less they can hit us.
So we good with that?
Yeah.
So, thing
Nailed it.
is,
Oh no.
as you start to move your ship, you're going along at what's your normal speed, and when you get to about here, y- you start going faster. When you get to here, you start going even faster. And you know what?
To change course?
Mm, it looks like you're gonna get sucked into a black hole.
We'll be fine.
Everything stretches and changes, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Pleasure knowing everybody.
Rip.
I know we only met for about a day.
$17.
17. So you whirly whirl around and around this black hole. You remember this trick you heard about and reverse the polarity of the thrusters that sends you out of the black hole successfully out of harm's way.
Billy, you were right. It's just like a Tuesday.
No, everyone knows Black Hole Thursday. Black Hole Thursday.
Ah,
No, Wormhole Tuesday.
well, if you're in the black hole long enough Thursday, get out of it on Thursday.
Excellent. So that dexterity saving throw did not take away your action. That's not a penalty necessarily. Would you like to take an action? These are not compulsory either.
Is a good question. How many? Is there a way to like use the ship sensors to detect if there's any other strange things up in front of us?
You betcha there is.
I would like to do that.
What a marvelous thing. Um, you can make a perception check, which will tell you some general things. If there's something very specific you want to look for, investigation would be the way to go. How it's gonna look game wise is you'll probably get more quantity with perception, but more quality with investigation.
I'm gonna go with perception because I think it'll be the better outcome.
Yeah.
Points wise. That is 22.
Aren't you lucky?
I know, getting good rolls. What the?
Captain.
What the heck are those things?
So on your sensors, you
Barnacles.
read these um Space barnacles. No, these are fire tendrils or plasma tendrils that are radiating extreme heat and radiation, and your sensors are lighting up that if your ship touches these things, very, very bad things will happen.
Hey, Captain.
Yes.
I just wanted to, because I noticed something. When I cast Fairy Fire, was it the flipper that saved?
The flipper that saved?
Yeah, which
Yes, yes. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Marked
it
the
was
wrong
the
ship.
Yeah,
Good
I
catch. Which one is the flipper? Oh,
middle
yeah,
one.
it's that one.
the middle.
Okay, yeah. See, that's the thing with changing up where things are. You. Badoop. Shadoop. It doesn't work if you don't do the sound effects. There you go.
Truth.
Thank you. All right. So, with that observation, Billy.
Duh.
Light him up, tactical officer.
Yes, Captain, I'm going to need to know the tactical capabilities of this ship. For instance, do we have access to quantum mines?
Quantum mines. Well, let's see about that. So, this is your friendly DM speaking. Your weapons are basically going to be your own weapons as a player. So, when you are attacking, the ship is attacking through you, just so that we're not rolling on the ship or rolling on the characters that you guys have took so long to invest time in and truly care about. So we want to see them in action. So
Okay,
yes,
so then can I have quantum mines?
like if you, for instance, if you have a crossbow, we'll just say that's a laser or something like that.
I believe I rolled with a rapier.
Excellent. That's clearly a torpedo of some kind.
Excellent. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Well, we should definitely move. Is there a way? I assume, can I do a sensor check or sweep before I take a motion?
You can, however, as an action, you can either attack, use a special, or use thrusters. So if you do a sensor sweep, you cannot attack on the same turn.
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I would like to do that. I would like to scan basically whatever's in this general vicinity.
Yeah.
The forward few spaces.
Cool. Roll perception or investigation.
Perception is a 21.
Fabulous. So with a 21, you actually look with both the sensors and with your eyes, and you see that there is in fact an asteroid field up ahead.
Lovely. Cool. Was that a good enough roll to detect if there was anything under this asteroid?
There is nothing under the asteroid. Yes, space is 3-dimensional or 4-dimensional. It's all the dimensions, but yes,
Oh
I
yeah,
get
I
what
guess we could
you're
just
saying.
go over the asteroids, right?
I don't. I know, Zach. I don't know dimensions. Okay, there's a lot of them or something.
I
Theoretically,
think
It'll
yes.
I
be
think
like
what he was trying to
around.
ask
The
is if this
asteroid
is
field goes
clear.
up as well as across.
Yeah.
It's an
Um,
asteroid wall.
It's an asteroid wall. You cannot penetrate it. But
I always wondered,
yes,
I'm like, why don't
the-
they just go over the asteroids?
I know, right?
Like,
Come on. But I will note that the asteroids are indeed in movement. These black not these black, this black hole is clearly emitting some graviton waves that are just keeping these asteroids kind of in flux. And so you might not just be able to fly around them like static things.
okay. Well,
So Wednesday flight.
I would like to shoot this asteroid and try to destroy it.
Okay, which one? Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah. Attack asteroid.
All right. That is.
Wait. You did the scanny bit. Sorry.
Oh, that's right. But I can still move. That's what it is. Oh, my mistake. Okay. Okay. Well, then I will roll for movement and try to compensate for the motion of the asteroids.
Excellent.
A 5 total.
Okay.
That is a
Show me
5.
where you're trying to move.
So let's kind of go like 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah! Oh no! Rude. Okay. I was like, that's sudden. That's too sudden. That's not fair. I was at 4, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I lost count. 5.
Okay.
And we're just gonna skirt by this asteroid field if we can.
Yeah, sounds reasonable. That's definitely
Oh
something
god,
that
is
you
the
can do.
plasma moving too?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Plasma's been
no.
moving this whole time.
Alright, well, whoever's going after me, good luck.
And
Danger hugs.
Asta, what you up to?
Regretting every decision I've ever made in my entire life
I was
that
gonna
has
say,
led
it was
me to this
clearly a
moment.
mistake letting me in here. Like,
I could have been safe somewhere on some starship, being a medic. But no, here I am, regretting everything.
fine, we have fire shields.
Worth it.
I would like to make sure that the area ahead of us, like in this general direction, isn't imminent death. Would detect traps work on that, or is it just the ship's scanner at this point?
Ooh, I love detect traps. Yeah, you can creatively use your spells for a great many things. I am open to creativity in the sci-fi world.
Right. So generally that range is 120 feet. I'm assuming we're adjusting that for like this general direction.
A general direction. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can do a little cone shape.
Rad. So yeah, I would like to do that before moving anywhere.
Excellent. Is there any special thing to roll, or is it just detect the traps?
It's just instantaneous sense. Hold on. Yeah, instantaneous sense the presence of any trap within line of sight. And the range is
that
120 feet.
is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So as you're scanning back and forth, things are looking pretty good. But as you sweep back over at the farthest side of your line of sight, um, something else pops up on the scanner. You see another black hole or wormhole, whatever terminology that you would like to use.
If you look at it at just the right angle, the black holes are eyes, and the plasma fire is a demented smile.
I hate it. Thanks.
And the asteroid are a broken noise.
Thanks. I hate
I
it.
thought it was like acne or something. I hadn't gotten that far.
We don't have to bring up my traumatic childhood.
The
I was
asteroids
seeing the
are
space
a
in my
broken nose.
nightmares. Why are its teeth moving?
Thanks. This is hell. Well, now that I know that there's another black hole, yeah, I'd like to try to move us away from these asteroids and hopefully somewhere slightly safer. Though, who knows at this point. That's a 7.
Okay, where are you trying to move?
I'm gonna try to move to here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Just waiting for one of the asteroids to come like flying
Seven.
across.
Oh no, they're following us.
I mean,
I'm in danger.
We're in danger.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger. Okay. So, that was a great first round. So, for you, now let's see what that flipper's gonna do. Do-do-do-do. And so I will. You're funny. You're a funny one. So, what I am going to do for this peep here we go. I have my dicey dice. Where's my other one? I have some of my dicey dice. It's fine. Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay. So they zoom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, what was their bad thing?
Well, one, the frogs were they had their reactor plugged in backwards.
Hmm?
2, you were moving the
That's
wrong
not the flipper. But yes, the flipper is not the frogs. So sorry.
I've never been so disappointed, frankly.
I know, right?
1 out of 5 stars.
So
Do not recommend.
so they are
Did continue with the puns.
they are running away straight ahead. However, they do not see this black hole. And they are sucked into it. Space and time kind of distorts them. And they come out of the wormhole. It would be really great if I would put them on the right layer, though. So you can see them.
Or they don't, and they get crushed by the gravitation. Oh.
Let's say.
Please.
So
Don't think
wait,
it's how
are the black holes moving too?
No, they're not. They just had to move out of the way for me. Oh, come back, will you? Everything's fine.
I
Are we
think
sure about that?
I think the
Yes.
forces of the universe are telling the DM that
It got
the
crushed by the black hole.
flipper was crushed
He
attempting to
did not.
enter the event horizon of a black hole.
Oh. So yes, they went through the black hole, which is, like the wormhole, and they came out the other side and are spewed out. That was quite an interesting journey for them. And they take 2 turns scanning and reorienting themselves. And they're moving. And then we have our wonderful arrow ship, which are, in fact, the froggies. And what is the penalty of the green dot again?
The green dot is fairy fire. They have all attacks against them have advantage, and they are glowing brightly.
Okay, that's fine. Cool. So what they are going to do is 2, 1. They are going to move and scan, and they spot a wormhole that you did not. They are going to then maneuver around it. And you can watch them in your rearview mirrors.
Are we flying basically a big Winnebago with jets on the sides?
Sure.
Lone Star.
It's got
And
a really good view.
it does. It's pretty great. So then they are going to attack this asteroid and break it up. And it doesn't really have the desired effect. It just creates smaller obstacles that then go flying off various directions.
Somebody get the Tabaxi Bon Jovi CD and a bucket of chicken.
Excellent.
What are you guys doing?
Are we gonna have to jam their radar?
I don't know. Okay, and then one more. They do get to. Oh wow! They are just soaring. 3, 4. They have caught up with you, and we have this little guy. And yes, they did fix their engine overnight, and they're not happy with you. Of our friend the Falcons, who are the sensors Magnifica. So they are seeing all of this stuff and avoiding so much crap. Not moving too fast though. They hit a spatial eddy that is allowing them to work with the current of one of these black hole science fiction gobbledygook. And they are going to fire at you guys. So your ships,
It's got the zoomies.
Your ship has a very powerful shield, and its AC is 12.
Wait, who's firing at
Um,
us?
These peeps over here.
So, if they're firing across a black hole, could we argue that the gravitational distortion should give them extra disadvantage?
You could, however, their roll did not even hit your AC, so the flavor of that is they start to shoot, but it gets pulled into the black hole and completely just disintegrates. It doesn't even have a chance to touch you. Bum, bum. So, back to the top of the barge order. We've got Jaster. What you doing?
Well, I'm not very happy about getting shot at. And I think turnabout's fair play. So I'm going to fire up the Eldritch Cannon. And
Yes.
send 10d5 plus, or sorry, 1d10 plus 5 force damage right back at the people who just shot at us.
Oh, excellent. What is that attack roll?
That was a 19 to hit.
19 to hit. That's a hit. Roll that damage.
It's going to be 10 points of force damage, and I'm targeting their shield.
Excellent. That 10 takes out their shields. Now, if any other system is attacked until the shields are repaired, those systems are going to take full damage.
Yes, I should probably roll movement, huh?
Oh, if you'd like to. You don't have to. You can just sit right there.
Well, I rolled a 5 for movement, and I would
Cool.
like to curve around to about here. Why is it not pinging? Oh, I'm not on the ping button. Where is it? It's not letting me ping, so
Aw.
I'm gonna try to move about there, kind of in a curved orientation.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll work. Ow! What's going on with you?
Hmm. Darn fancy new weapon systems. Got all these things work.
It's a loss, I know.
Okay. I would like to cast Thunder Wave, which I guess would be essentially an EMP blast out of
I
this
think
ship.
really. All right. Go for
Isn't that a con save?
Yeah, it's a
behalf of the
con
other-
save.
it. What is that DC?
A 13.
Con for the flipper, and they have a big fat 0 on that. Oh, that is a crit failure. Yeah.
Boom. Okay.
They do have a dexterity saving roll on all attacks, so let's see if they can somehow save themselves. Would you please repeat that Con save again? It was a 13.
It's a 13.
Okay. However, they got a 22 on their dexterity save. And so, if you would please roll dexterity to see if you can switch the direction with enough speed to catch this ship. The flipper. It's a slippery little guy.
So do I get to roll that with my modifier?
Yeah, definitely.
Double checking. Oof. That's an 8.
That they outshot you. And so they dodged your tremendous attack in the nick of time, I'm sorry to say. Oops.
Well, I reckon it's time to get on out of here. So I'm gonna roll for movement. I haven't done that yet.
Go for it.
That is 5.
Take it to 5.
1, 2, 3. We'll go there.
That's 4.
Wanna go one more? There you go. How exciting.
Numbers! Yay!
Billy. Hey.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Okay, well I assume the dotted yellow line is that the finish line?
That's a great question, isn't it?
Is it the finish line?
Who are you asking?
Whoever will give me the answer.
Captain.
Yes, you can
Yeah.
ask Captain Richardson. and
Captain
she'll
Anna
say-
Richardson.
No. She'll say, no, that's just the halfway mark. We got to turn around and head back to the start.
Do we have to touch the finish line?
Right. We knew
Right.
that. Okay,
Of course.
so do we have to like touch it or something? What do we do here?
We have to cross over the line completely, turn around, and head back fast as we
Okay,
can.
I will move and attack in same turn.
Of course, it would be the fitness gram pacer test. Why wouldn't it be the fitness gram pacer test?
I rolled 6 for movement, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'm going to cast. Oh no, where did it go? I am going to cast. Oh, I don't know how that would translate to space terms. Because there's no sound in space. And I want to cast Shatter.
You can cast Shatter onto something.
True. I cast a modulated resonant tachyon stream that has been modulated to the inverse harmonic of the resonant factor of the hull of the enemy ship, thereby shaking it a lot and destabilizing the integrity of the hull.
Thereby shaking it a lot. Yes.
To use the technical term.
That's
Okay.
a very technical term.
And I don't even
Absolutely.
have to roll. I just say that it happens, which is beautiful. So it's going to be a 10-foot radius centered from here. No, from here.
Oh.
From here, because that's going to hit one of them. And
Yes.
it takes 3d8 on a failed save of some thundery type damage.
Yeah.
And if it's made of metal, it has disadvantage on the saving throw.
What? Well, it's made of metal.
So it needs to make
That's
a
great.
Constitution saving throw. with
We
disadvantage
should have
No.
all stacked for shatter.
against the DC of 13.
Yeah, the flipper has well, it's saved on that one, but it's a disadvantage. Oh, that is a failed save. What happens to the poor flipper?
Well, I just rolled 3d8 and it takes 16 damage to its hull integrity or something.
Okay, so that means that takes out the shields. Okay. And so that means another system is going to take 6 points of damage. What system would you like to take that damage? Propulsion, weapons, or sensors?
Which would be the bitchiest? Like, oh, he took out propulsion? Oh my god. Like, that
Well,
kind of thing.
Well, when propulsion is down, all movement is reduced to 1d4 instead of 2. When weapons are down, all attacks are rolled at disadvantage. And when sensors are down, all skill checks are rolled at disadvantage. So it depends on what penalty you want to strive for.
Okay. Let's take out its propulsion.
Okay. I will take. Well, you won't take it out. You'll do 6 points of damage to it. So you're chipping it down,
Excellent.
but it is not out. Well, that was a powerful turn. How wonderful. Asta, what you doing?
Well, I'm trying to think about how this would work. Let's see. So, give me 1 minute.
No problem.
So, Earthbind. I assume it would
Uh-huh.
roughly. I'm assuming it would roughly translate as like a gravity cannon. But
Yeah.
it
Okay. So Earthbind is the thing where the hand comes up out of the earth, right?
no,
Okay.
it's the flavor text for it is that yellow strips of magical energy loop around in the thing, and it has to succeed a strength saving throw, or its speed is reduced to 0 feet for the spell's duration.
Definitely like a tractor beam kind of thing or a gravity
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
So
That slows it down.
Small gravity well.
Small gravity well.
So it
Yeah.
reduces its movement to 0 until the spell ends.
Oh dang.
So I would like. I'm trying to just. It's one target, so I'm trying to think what our
Ooh.
best bet would be right now.
Choose wisely.
I'm thinking our friends over here, because they also shot at us, and that's pretty rude. Yes.
Ah.
So they would have to pass
The
a
Falcon.
strength saving throw DC 13.
DC 13 for the Falcon. You said strength?
Yes.
How strange that
Got a
all of
nice
our DCs are 13.
I wonder why.
I have no idea.
Okay, it got a 5. I'm guessing
Excellent.
that's bad. That's bad. Bad mojo.
So they can't move until the spell ends.
How long is that spell?
Trying to please cooperate with me, maybe. Concentration up to 1 minute, so we have a little time, I guess.
Okay, I'm setting a timer.
So then I'm
Alright.
gonna roll for movement to try to get us out of here, I suppose.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that 10 rounds, not 1
Yeah.
minute of real time?
Yeah, it's not 1 minute real time, it's 1 minute in-game combat.
Yeah. I've set a timer for 10 minutes. And so
Okay.
Yeah, I'm absolutely horrible about tracking rounds like that. I don't think that 10 rounds is something that's gonna happen.
Also, I have a question for all of our crew. Did anyone take the quintessential bard cantrip Vicious Mockery?
Yes.
Where is that coming out?
Oh, pardon the
yeah.
French, but bitch, please.
I'm trying to just.
It just occurred to me that I didn't.
Oh no!
Then you're not a bard.
And you call yourself a bard.
I'm going.
Booey, you
I'm
are a
going
bard
to when I
now.
get my.
mock people.
I'm gonna take Vicious Mockery when my archface sugar daddy gives me a magic tome. Okay, just give me a level.
Alright, I'm gonna move us to here. And
Ooh,
that's
this is
it.
unexplored space.
Well, they came that way,
Alright.
so
Everything's fine. Nothing to worry about here.
We're all fine here
Um,
now. How are you?
Man.
Good.
could use a drink.
I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. Give me one. That would be an 18.
Okay, cool. You feel a weird pull on the ship. It's not exactly gravity, but the energy levels of the ship start to drop, and you do some course correction, and that causes you to look out the view screen, and you see just this black cloud beside you, but you're managing to steer away from it.
Okay.
Job. And that completes the barge's turn. Up next is the flipper. They don't have any dots on them, and they can still move, which is cool. Okay, awesome.
If I
So
remember correctly, their
they're
engines are broken.
are they?
Was it the
Yeah, I
engine?
can only
or was-
move one. They're not
It was
down.
their
No, their
shields.
shields are down.
Their
Yeah, their
shields
shields are
but the
down.
system
Oh,
is
okay.
not down.
Okay.
It's just
And I'm
wounded.
like, yeah, it's hurting, so it's gonna do a 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh, it's
5.
decided it doesn't want to win.
Oh, it hasn't crossed it yet.
Yeah, it hasn't crossed the line yet.
You are so awesome.
No, why did you say anything?
Because then they're further away.
No, because they could have pretended to win, and then we would have been like, but they never crossed the line.
There we go.
And then it would have been the upset of the century.
The upset of the century, but you missed your shot.
Won't
Okay,
miss
and
next time.
They're going to take some pot shots. One at the Falcon, which hits, and they are going to.
Was that rolled at
take
advantage?
Is that rolled at advantage?
Yeah, the Falcon's got fairy fire on it.
It did not need to be rolled at advantage.
Yeah, but if the other if the other rolls a natural 20,
I get what you're saying, but they're like it hit regardless of an
Okay.
advantage.
Fair enough.
And they did some damage to the weapon system, but not enough to take it out. And then they are going to attack you. Ooh. But that's only a 7, which does not hit your AC. So they're just going to move again.
And don't our shields give them disadvantage against all attack rolls against us?
Mm-hmm. It does.
Excellent.
Okay, and then we have the Flipper, which is a very wounded and very sad ship. They can't go anywhere, so they're going to try to repair their shields for. Okay. And then another person of their crew is also going to repair their shields. Their shields are back up. And then their other crew member is going to work on their weapons.
Spontaneously dies,
Throw in the
apparently. Is ejected into the vacuum of space, never to be heard from again.
This is method acting. we're doing some shock therapy over here. It's fine. Okay, so they have essentially repaired their ship. Besides being under fairy fire and not being able to move, they're fine. And
You are the weakest link.
you are the weakest link. And next we have the arrow. So they are going to shoot the asteroid out of their path with their ultra powerful weapons because, that's just what they do. Boom. And once again, it just breaks things apart. It's like, way to go, guys. Awesome. Thanks. Okay. But it does clear a path for them, which enables them to move 1, 2, 3. And let's see if we can do this yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're almost there. Almost going to cross that line and turn around and come back. And then we have. Yeah, those are all the peeps. Back to the barge. Hey, bargey barge. We've got Jaster. What you doing?
First I'm gonna roll movement. Delightful. I rolled a 4.
Awesome.
I can split my movement up, right?
Sure. Just like movement in 5e.
Okay.
You can do movement
And I'm
when
going.
you want, where you
I'm
want.
gonna move us here. And the way I am doing it is I am putting us in a spin so that we are facing backwards. So that I can fire up the thunder cannons and hit both those ships with Thunderwave.
Yeah.
So they both need to make a DC 13 con save.
Okay. Thunder. Oh no. Okay. Falcon's not doing too good, and Flipper. Oh crap. So, yeah, neither of them are gonna save that.
Okay.
Oh, what a pity.
So they're both going to take 11 points of thunder damage, and they're going to be pushed 2 squares back towards the halfway mark.
How many squares?
2.
Okay. Oh, 1, 2, 1, 2. For the Falcon, you took out their shields and you have 1 more point of damage to deal to propulsion weapons or sensors.
Propulsion.
Gotcha. Okay, and for for the Flipper, you have the whole 11 points of damage to do to propulsion weapons or sensors.
Propulsion followed by weapons.
See, propulsion is their biggest chunk. So propulsion is still running, but it is looking low.
Alrighty, and then my last 2 points of movement And that concludes my action, bonus action, and movement.
Fabulous. Next up, Al. What's going on?
Well, let me see. Oh,
Let me see there.
gotta do a. Look at the ruler. Switch to the ruler. Oh, there we go. So I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery on. Now I can't think. Switch back. On this one,
Mm-hmm.
which I guess would translate to hacking into their comms.
It's the Poe Dameron move from the start of Last Jedi.
Yeah, so what are you gonna say to these people?
I don't have any good puns lined up.
Oh dear.
Has anybody got a pun? A pun, a kingdom for my pun.
I got nothing.
I have some insults lined up, but no taunts.
They're so mediocre, I got nothing. There's no material to work with.
We don't even know who they are.
That's where you just go for ad hominem attacks.
So you buzz them to insult them. And you just tell them you're not interesting enough to insult?
Yeah.
You're so pathetic. You're so pathetic that nothing I could say could amount to how sad your life is.
I mean,
Testing. Am I in? Okay. I just wanted to say, y'all suck. I can't even come up with a proper insult for you because you suck so bad. It's nothing really special to make fun of. You're just bad in general. So you get to live with that now. Yeah. Take care. I'm gonna shut off the comm.
okay. What do they need to make a wisdom saving throw? Is that
Yes,
what
wisdom save.
okay. What is that DC?
13? I think.
13. Uh-huh. And you were doing it on the one that's already really cut off?
This one. The one without all
that
the
one.
blinky
Okay,
lights.
the one without the blinky lights. Okay, that they do have a +2, so that brings it up to a total 4. So yeah, I'd say that as you disconnect from the comm just before, you hear a little bit of sobbing. You've hurt them. It cut pretty deep.
Good.
Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Oh yeah, I should probably move.
Oh, if you want to.
Yes, I want to. That is a 5. 2, 3, 5.
Impressive. Billy.
Yes. Is this the one that has its shields down currently?
They fixed their shields.
Ah, okay. Okay. Well, I would
Didn't I
still
then
like to
take them
try
back
this.
out?
You took. Oh wait, yeah,
Both of
you
their
did. You
shields
took.
out?
They. Yeah, their shields are out and their propulsion is a
Excellent.
little damaged. Yeah, their shields are.
So, you may
gone,
have to
yeah.
tell me how this is gonna work because I have an idea, but it's a little cruel. We're gonna see what happens here. I would like to cast heat metal on the entire ship because its shields are gone.
Oh gosh.
Would you like me to read the description?
Yes.
Choose a manufactured metal object that you can see within range 60 feet. You cause the object to glow red hot. Any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage when you cast the spell. Until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on each subsequent turn to cause this damage again. If a creature is holding or wearing the object, they must succeed a Constitution saving throw, or drop the object if it can. If it can't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of your next turn.
God.
Well,
Plasma cannon.
yeah, go for it.
Okay. I don't think I have to roll to hit.
Is it a? Do they have to make a dexterity save of some kind? Anything?
Nope.
No, it just hits.
Anything in contact with the surface of the ship takes 2d8 fire damage, crew included. Apparently, that's how I choose to interpret that.
So how that's gonna work is basically the attack against the systems, because there are 3 remaining systems. Go ahead and make the attack as if you were attacking 3 creatures.
Okay, well, I rolled max damage, so what does this 16 get me? Yeah, my roommate can validate.
Holy fuck!
I think that just means
We're
the ship
family friendly.
explodes.
Yes, I rolled a 16 damage.
Okay. So okay. Wow. Well, its propulsion is gone. And is that 16 per creature or 16 total?
That all depends on how you choose to interpret that, but it says any creature in physical contact with the object, in this case the ship, takes 2d8 fire damage. And
Yeah.
until the spell ends, I can use a bonus action on each subsequent turn to do this again.
No, that definitely means each one of the 3 things, which
I put some thought into this, y'all.
yeah, and how the damage works is that it rolls over from system to system. So what this looks like is a complete cascade failure in the Falcon, and
So-
it completely melts and does whatever combination of explosion and implosion there is in outer space, and it is gone.
Which
Yes!
chat wants confirmation? Was that the frog's ship?
No, the
No.
frogs are in the arrow.
No.
The frogs are far away from you.
Question. Does the explosion of that ship do any damage to the other one nearby?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
My first Wildcat destabilization.
Yeah.
Not bad for a bard, if I do say so myself.
Holy crap. Okay. Well, anything else on your turn, sir?
I end my turn.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I haven't moved, have I?
You have not.
I retract my statement. I retract everything,
Okay.
Your Honor.
Okay. Roll that 2d4.
Okay, that
That
is
is a
5
hell of a shot.
movement. So I'm gonna go 1, 2,
Most impressive, Your Majesty.
3, 4, 5. This is why I am tactical officer. Big explosion, yeah?
Big
Ah.
explosion.
Big explosion. Phew.
Okay, and Asta.
Hello,
Yep.
I'm still here.
Hi.
I would like to use detect traps again, just to make sure our path to what I hope is the finish this time is clear.
Yeah, go for it.
So
So you
yes,
scan out your scanny scanners, and you find nothing out
excellent.
directly in front of you, and you are suddenly very glad that you did not have to steer around too much, because if you did, you would have encountered a couple more wormholes.
Cool. So I'm
The
gonna
path in front of you is clear.
I'm gonna move, and I rolled a 5 for movement. So 1,
Excellent.
2, 3, 4, 5. And that
Fabulous.
is
You
my turn.
can see the finish line. It is so close. And so with that, the 2 remaining ships, um, they are going to use their scanners and see that you indeed are very close. They're going to start to panic and just go as fast as they can. The arrow is gonna do some quick movements over here, not stretching out into space like I'm doing there, and try to catch up going this way. And they're going to navigate around the black hole. And see what happened over there with their comrades. It's kind of sad, but they'll keep going. And these school peeps, they have not crossed the finish line, right? I don't think they have. Yeah, I don't think. 3, 4. And they are going to send out a blast on here, because they're seeing that their chances of winning are not very good. And it hits the poor arrow, the little froggies. They take damage to their shields, but not quite enough to slow them down completely. And so they're going to try to catch up as best they can. That's as far as they get. Aster, it'd be your turn.
Well,
Dang.
all things considered, I'm gonna open my turn by sending out one last reminder not to fuck with with planet plant.
Planet plant.
Yeah.
I do want to mention that that my fairy fire just saved me from a natural 1.
Oh, good.
And it is a 14 to hit. On the
And which one are you aiming for?
the arrow.
Arrow. Okay, 14 to hit. That is a hit.
That's 13 points of force damage.
Oh, 13.
Yep.
So that takes out their shields, and then you can deal an additional 9 points of damage to propulsion weapons or sensors.
Propulsion, because they wanted to go fast.
They do want to go fast. Their
Uh,
propulsion is hanging on by a thread. It is so
Yeah.
weak right now.
Yep, just one last reminder that, you know, they made a bad decision by stealing our stuff. And I have five spaces of movement, and I am going to cross the finish line, I guess.
You cross the finish line immediately. You are surrounded by cheers.
Cops. Oh.
Um, the official ships surround you, and you are presented on a platform, given gold, given prestige, given offers for teaching at the institute, for contracts for adventuring, all of the fame and riches normally reserved for the champions of the space race are now yours. And you think, out of the corner of your eye, you see Captain Richardson smile. And that is the space race.
Well done, everyone. That was a fantastic episode. I'm gonna drop a little teaser for next week. Next week, our good friend Lydia, who was featured on this show before, is actually going to be guest dungeon mastering and doing a holiday themed episode. I will actually be a player in this, so we will see how that goes. But do come back and tune in for that episode. We're all very excited to see how it comes together. For tonight, Anna, you got anything else for us?
Not from me, sir.
All right. Alex, you want to read us out?
Yeah. Even though it's currently unsafe for us to travel, and even though we're all separated and the world feels small and really lonely, please just remember this. The world is big and full of people who deserve love and compassion. Right now, remember your family members who aren't nearby. Give them a call and catch up today, or since it's getting kind of late, probably tomorrow. Love the whole world around you, because even when it's not a nice place, it's still ours and it's still our home. Tell the people you care about that you love them. It might be your last chance. Stay alive. You're important, you're cherished, and the world is better with you in it.
Have a good night, everyone. We'll see you next week.